What up, YouTube? Been a while. I haven't really posted any videos. Things were pretty slow for a little bit, but luckily things have started to pick up again with mostly Turo. I'm not doing hire car as much. If you see some of my videos, I did sell my main hire car. It was because the last person who rented it pretty much didn't kill it, because those Acura TSX 2.4 Honda motors are really strong and they go pretty much forever. Mine was pushing probably 340,000 miles on the original motor and transmission, and it really was not well taken care of for, I would say, the last 100,000 miles, because it was rented constantly. So the only time I changed the oil was when I had it. The last time the oil wasn't even changed for probably like 60,000 miles, but it was still running. AC was still blowing. Radio was still working. I didn't have any noises. It did have a lot of interior, and it was mostly cosmetic that it needed repair. Exterior, interior probably needed to be completely redone. So just those kind of things. But I got rid of it. I did try to put my Volkswagen Jetta that I have as a diesel on hire car. I had a couple of bad rentals, mostly because people would just keep smoking weed or smoking in them. With hire car, getting reimbursed for that is not that well. I mean, you get like $50. The thing is that, to get the smell out, I know I can get that ozone machine, but I just got sick of dealing with that, because pretty much I rented it 2 or 3 times, and both times the people smoked in it, and either smoking or marijuana, it's just really hard to get that smell out of the car, and it's, I just don't like it. I don't want to deal with that. With Turo, the thing I like about it is if somebody does smoke in your car, you can charge them $150 for that, to get that smoke smell and get it detailed and stuff. So it's a little bit, better, because I did have somebody recently rent my Jetta on Turo, and they also smoked in it. Now, of course, they tried to say they didn't, but then there was pictures of ash and other things still in the car, so it was pretty closed-door case on that one. But besides that, I do have now 4 vehicles on the platform. 3 are renting pretty much constantly, and they're renting, at least 3 to 4 days a week, which is really good for me. I'm happy with that. The one I have on there is my personal car that I drive. It's a Honda Civic Si. That one's not doing so well, I believe because it's a manual. So I'm having a hard time getting that rented. Hasn't had a rental yet. I've had it on there for a couple of weeks. And again, I think it's because it's the manual, and a lot of people just don't know how to drive manuals anymore. So that's my personal car, so it's not a big deal. I didn't really buy it as an investment. I bought it for myself. But it does sit around a lot, so I thought, why not just try to rent it and see if anybody, wants to experience that kind of a car. But besides that, like I said, things look like they're on the up. With the vaccine out now, and the cases are up, but things are more controlled, and treatment is a lot better. People are going out. Airport is picking up. I go to the airport a lot, and I can tell you the airport parking lot is getting full. A lot more cars, a lot more traveling, a lot more traffic. Things are really starting to get back to where they were. I'm feeling like Turo, I stuck with it. I decided not to sell my cars, keep up with it, and I'm hoping that's a good investment. My Jetta is out of warranty soon, so I might actually think about selling it or trading it in and getting something that has a warranty or is covered. It's just ease of mind for myself. I do have a personal mechanic that can do most of the repairs, and I even had recently, I had one of my cars, the Mitsubishi Outlander, and it's rented constantly. It's under warranty, and the serpentine belt just fell off while I was driving it, and it just happens. Stuff randomly happens. I guess the tensioner failed. Of course, wasn't covered under warranty. It's considered wear and tear, so you never really know what can happen. But besides that, it's been a really good car. So right now I have a Chevy Traverse, Mitsubishi Outlander, Honda Civic Si, Volkswagen Jetta, and they're all pretty much doing good. I have a really large SUV, a medium-sized SUV, and a medium-sized car. I'm looking possibly to add a convertible just because of the location that I'm in. I think it would be a good location to have a convertible vehicle. More, I would like something that has at least sit 4 or 5 people in it. Would be a great addition to my car fleet, especially with me with the beaches around. I think people would really like that. So I'm looking for those. If you guys have any good suggestions on what I should be looking for, I've been looking at mostly Mustangs and Camaros because they're a little bit bigger, so the seating is more comfortable. Something that I can also use when it's not rented. So if you guys have any other suggestions you think that would be in a car that's 2010 and up that I could find at a reasonable price. I'm looking in the teens. I don't do a lot of financing and stuff like that. I try to buy my cars outright. So if you guys think of anything, let me know. Leave it in the comments. Something that you found that really works good for you, success-wise. I know a lot of people love Jeeps. I'm not a Jeep guy. I'm not into that life. So that would be a great rental car, but I don't know. I personally don't like them, but I know that for Turo, they're great, and people love Jeeps. I'm actually a big Dodge Challenger fan. I know those would be great on Turo as well. So you never know. I'm always looking to increase my fleet size. Right now, again, it's at 4. 5 cars would be good. It brings in, if things continue the way they are so far this year, in 2021, I think it's worth it. It's a lucrative business. Am I going to get rich off of it? Probably not. But does it help? It's a side hustle. It's not as much work as all the other crazy things out there. It's not as volatile as buying freaking GameStop stock or, all those kind of things, which I dipped my hands in a little bit and got burnt and won. So it's kind of like, second guessing yourself. I sell too early, I sell too late, with this, it's kind of like up front. You know how much money you're making, you know what your costs are. There is a risk involved, but you have to decide what risk you want to take in the car. For me, it's worth the risk. I think it's been, now I'm on it 3 years now on the platform. I'm not as big as a lot of these other people because I don't do this full time. I work and have a life, family, so it's kind of hard for me to just only do this. And also I have a lot of rules that I follow that I don't like to get involved with interest. So that makes it kind of hard too, because I'm not really big into the game of financing vehicles or buying used cars and paying interest on them, which if you're okay with that, go for it, that's just some of my own rules and that I've set for myself, and I just try to stick to them, and also I'm big about making honest money, so I don't like to make anything that's shady or that's hurting somebody. I don't like to sell products that can negatively affect someone's life. I don't want to be that kind of person. I want to bring something to somebody that they enjoy. Like my cars are clean, they're detailed, they're well taken care of, they're maintained. So when you get a vehicle, you're going to get a full tank of gas, you're going to get a very clean vehicle, you're going to get, a nice experience. So all you have to do is just rent the car and return it. You don't have to worry about anything else. So that's what I want to offer to people, something that I want to treat people the way I would like to be treated. So it's really important that I keep these values up. Again, if you guys got any questions, you want me to make any videos about anything, if you want me to make videos about my cars, I can do that. Again, hit the like button, hit the subscribe. I haven't started making any money from YouTube yet, but hey, it would be nice. It would be nice eventually to make some. But really, I'm just out here making videos to help you guys see if it's worth it for you. If you want to get into this business, if you think that it's worth your time, your investment, and if you can handle this kind of stress. It's not really that stressful. There are some days where people are gonna mess with your car. It's gonna get dirty. It's gonna get smoked in. It might get in an accident. It might get damaged. It might get scratched. It might get who knows what. There's an endless amount of possibilities. Somebody might leave a gun in your car. Somebody did that with mine. But again, if you're okay with it, if you're calm-natured, you're relaxed, you stay professional throughout anything that happens, you're going to be great for this, because there's a lot of communication that I do with my guests through text and through the app, and no matter how angry they get me or upset they get me, I have to keep my professionalism. I have to stay professional. Now, I work retail, so I am very accustomed to it. I've been doing that since I was 14 years old. And now I'm 35. So I'm telling you that I can keep myself cool, composed, and keep it professional at all times. And your clients are really going to appreciate that. They're really going to appreciate you being cool and composed and professional, no matter what happens. If somebody smokes in your car, they smoked in your car. You're going to charge them the fee. There's no reason to get upset with them. There's no reason to text them and say, hey, you smoked in my car, blah, blah, my car smells like smoke. Why didn't you do it? I told you so many times not to smoke. I told you not to have pets in my car. You still have pets in my car. There's no point to get in that back and forth with somebody. All you do is you document what happened. You submit it to Turo. You get reimbursed. You do your part. That's it. You give that person an honest review. Would you want to give them 1 star? It's up to you. I would say maybe not a 5-star rental, but if they did, maybe a 3-star, and put a note in there that the client smoked in my car. It's good because that helps us. When we see somebody that doesn't have good reviews, it's usually for a reason. Yeah, there are people that put out stuff that's blasphemous, but hey, most of the time, let's be honest, it's because that person doesn't have a good track record. So it makes it, easier for us to decide, do we want to take that risk? Do we want to go that way? Or do we want to, cancel that rental or refuse that rental? I don't refuse rentals. If I get somebody comes my way, they have not the highest ratings, I'm going to accept it. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. This last rental that I had with my Jetta where the lady smoked in it, she didn't have the best rating. I had that gut feeling that, she's going to smoke in my car. She did. And luckily, she left some ash in the car and I was able to claim it. But that was something that, I knew going into it that was going to happen. And I felt like if it does happen, it happens. This is the kind of business I'm in. Yeah, does my car smell like smoke? Did I try to defog it? Did I clean it completely? Did I wipe down the headliner? Did I do everything I could? Does it still smell like smoke? Yeah. Does it got air fresheners in it? And it still smells like smoke? Yeah. But what? I knew it. That's something I have to live with. That's a choice you guys have to make too when you're renting out there. Now I'm really seriously thinking about investing in that ozone machine and get that smoke smell out, because it really does suck when your car smells like smoke, especially if you don't smoke. And it doesn't look good on me as the renter, as the host, because now it feels like I'm selling you or giving you a product that I really wouldn't like. I wouldn't like to be in a car that's been smoked in, So at the same time, if I have to rent it to somebody else now, they're going to be like, hey, this car has been smoked in, and then maybe they're okay with it, but maybe they're not. And I don't want that option to come up to somebody, Same thing when you rent your cars. If my cars need tires, I go get the money and get the tires. I don't let it get below a certain point where it's not going to be safe for my clients. Same thing with oil changes, filters, any major service. I just want to make sure my clients have a car that has good brakes, it's got good rotors, it doesn't have any shakes to it, doesn't have any engine lights on, AC blows cold, the car inside is clean, doesn't have any rips and tears, the leather's clean, smells good, the carpet is clean, the headliner is clean, everything about the car, the wheels are shining, it's got tire shine on it, it's got wax on it, the windows got Rain-X on it. So when the Windshield wipers are good. These are all things I take into account when I rent my cars. So that's why a lot of people, when you get a car from a rental car, you don't know what you get. They might have vacuumed it and that's about it, and sprayed it with something and wiped it down with some alcohol or something, you know, but they're not really checking a lot of stuff on the vehicle. They're not going through it. They're not spending the time. I do that. That's what makes us better. That's what makes people come back. You know, that's what really, I get a lot of, now I'm trying to get a lot of repeat clients, and that's a great feeling, is when somebody comes back and picks your car and rents it, you know, because you made it easy for them. And you provided a product that they liked, and they knew that they didn't have to deal with any headache. That's what I'm trying to provide out there, to give people the best product they can get, so that when they come back to me, they know they're getting a good product. Anyway, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'll try to make some more videos. I've been really busy. I'm a COVID immunizer, so I give a lot of shots, so I just going from clinic to clinic, and it's been great. So hopefully we can get this thing under control and get back to normal. There's a lot of people like me, a lot of businesses out there that depend on, you know, people living their life, going out, going on vacations, taking breaks, renting cars, Airbnbs, whatever it be, you know. People want to live. Nobody wants to be cooped up watching TV all day. That's not a life. So go out there and, you know, do your best. Protect everyone, wear a mask, whatever you got to do. But live your life, enjoy your life, and live a safe life. All right, guys, take care.